Hello and welcome back. I am a Thunderchild, and I have a question mark on me. I believe that's probably my angel ring bauble. Not 100% sure. We could check that out, though. Nope. I still have a question mark on me. Interesting. Anyway, today I wanted to go over some of the stuff. I've done a lot of stuff. You probably can't tell a whole lot. But I have set this up to automatically export a lot of what it gets. Not everything yet. I'm getting there. To trash some stuff, to do some other stuff. Most of the metals I'm getting are just going in here automatically and getting smelted and being turned into blocks and then exported into my system. And I have a lot of junk in my system. Speaking of which, even though I feel like I have a ton of stuff in here, I have 3 full banks of 64K storage disks. I'm not even using one 64K storage disk yet. Yeah, so I probably won't worry about storage for quite a while. Now I have a bunch of crafters made because I think they're really awesome. Besides, who doesn't like crafters? You can't just do something like that, see that you have all the materials except for that, and then hit craft. But yeah, it's coming along pretty quickly. I've noticed a lot of the things I've been making lately take a lot of sand and quartz. So I have my sand chickens set up here and just having the sand go into a sand drawer. And I have my quartz chickens over here just producing quartz, and I've used a ton of it. And I also get a ton of that. Now, something I wanted to do was get into the environmental tech solar panels. They just seemed like a good option. These Solar Flex Reborn ones, I think, even at tier 4, here, let's look at this real quick. We can look at solar arrays. They're a multi-block structure. Yeah. Solar array tier 1, 684 RF. Tier 2, 3600. Tier 3, 14,000. That's twice as much energy from a solar array as we're getting from my big reactors thing currently. I mean, I could upscale that pretty easily. And tier 4, 46,000, which seems like a lot. I do want to get into the void ore miner, but we're not going to do that this episode. But here's the tier 3 panel. I have built this already. The tier 4 panel I haven't built, mostly because I didn't want to get into building these solar panels. But that shouldn't actually be a problem right now. But I've already got this set up, so let's try it. And that's not where I meant to place that. Let's try again. I'm not very good at flight. Okay, so we got our solar panel. And the great thing about environmental tech is if you have this assembler, which is fairly easy to create, just a couple of obsidian and then a hardened structure tier 2, which is a hardened structure tier 1 with a couple of things, which is hardened stone with a couple of things, and hardened stone is just stone and cobble. So it's still fairly easy to make, but with it you can click and you can see what you require. So I have this stuff in my chest. And then you can also right click and it will build the structure for you. So you don't have to memorize the structure at all you need is the wand. And you just keep right clicking until it says multi-block assembly complete, like that. And then you may want to be like me and light this up. And it's currently not producing anything. It doesn't have its own, that I can tell, it doesn't have its own input or output. I have this going into a energy trash can, so it will pull in, it says max input 5,000. I believe that's a lie. But we'll go to bed so that it will be morning, so there will be sun, so we can look at this. So it's pulling energy in at 5,000 and it's putting it out, pulling it in at 10 and putting it out at 5, so that we have a surplus of 5,000. And I'll prove that to you by getting rid of that trash can. See, now input RF per tick is 10,000. Put that back down, it goes back down. And that is interesting. I don't know why it says max input's 5,000 when it's not. But as you can tell, that's a pretty quick way to fill up a capacitor. So let's make some more capacitors. Capacitor bank. We have 1. If we made 7 more, then we'd have an even 8. And this is going to take a minute, so I just want to say I love the craft stuff in here. See, this is what I have set up to craft so far. Now I did get up to this. Let's see what this requires. So these are the solar panels that the Tier 4 solar array require. And I think you only need 2 of them. But look at all of the resources required. Particularly glass. 1,572 glass for 2 of these solar panels. 1,280 wood planks. That's an awful lot. Let's see how we're doing here. We got 7. Good. Now I think I don't know how much. Let's just plop these down. Okay. So, oh, that changes the max input and max output. Interesting. And now, since the max output's a lot higher, and max input's the total like it was supposed to be, with right there, 14,122, 14,122. And that's still filling up pretty fast. 40 million RF in just a few seconds, really. It's cool. That's cool. I want to get into the Void Resource Miner, and I'll probably just use this to power that, although I may upgrade this to a Tier 4, which is probably what I'm going to do. And then just use that energy for the Void Resource Miner and see if I come out positive or negative throughout the day and whatever cycles. Another thing that I might want to look into building, especially if I have a lot of power coming from solar, is this Celestial Manipulator. And I think I have everything for it except for the Dragon's Egg. That Void Resource Miner has mined a bit of Draconium. I mean, it's mined about 100, which isn't a ton, but I haven't really done anything with Draconic Evolution before. But with this, you can basically set it so that it will make it always day, and by that I mean it will cycle through the night really fast. Another thing it will do is it will stop it from raining, which is another something that might be good if we're using solar panels. The grid power solar panels from Extra Utils, they still produce energy when it is raining. You see there it says power reduced by rain. It still produces energy pretty good. So this is the next thing I've been working on, and probably want to watch that. And it's an automatic tree farm. So up here we have the long range breaker. It breaks up to 8 blocks ahead of it, and it is 9 blocks above this ground surface. And see right there, what it does is when the tree grows, we have a piston down here, a little sticky piston that pushes pushes this up, and with this setup, with the repeater going into it, it would just leave it up because then the dirt blocks would be pushing it up. So I have the signal continuing over here on a delay to tell this to push the dirt block back down, and then I conveniently use that same signal to pulse the auto placer, which is placing a new sapling. So let's watch that. I will twerk a tree for you. And then, just as the birch leaves automatically disintegrate, and you could use other trees for this, I just like birch because it doesn't grow too tall, and it doesn't ever have like branches off, so I don't have to worry about that. But just as the leaves disintegrate, the item collector will pull in the saplings that drop and automatically refill the placer. Anyway, I just thought it was pretty fun because I could not find a good way for an automatic tree farm. In other versions of Feed the Beast I played, they had MFR, which has not been updated. No. And lots of quartz. And those were the tree farms I used before. And it just wasn't it wasn't an option in this pack. And I looked at other things. I looked at the... Nope, not Steve's carts. I might be able to do it with Steve's carts. I have no idea because I've never used Steve's carts. But I've looked into using... Hang on, I need to get a running start. If you get a running start, you fly way faster. As long as you know, hold the forward button down. Over here, I looked into using this farmer, Actually Edition's farmer, to plant saplings, and it does not work. So using the auto placer is the way to go, I guess. But most of the stuff I had over here, I've moved. I haven't moved the stuff yet. And I just keep it running because it's a great source of blaze powder and glowstone, and that's not something that I have another in for. I mean, redstone I get a lot from the miner thingamabob, whatever that's called. The quantum quarry. There we go. I get a lot from the quantum quarry. I probably called this a void resource miner earlier. Oh look. Pam's Harvest Craft stuff. Bogging up my inventory again. But, yeah. Get a lot of redstone from that, but I don't have a source of glowstone or blaze powder, so that's why I'm leaving those other things running currently. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think, especially of the tree farm, if there's an easier way to do this. I mean, you could obviously scale this. You just need a long-range breaker for every, and an auto placer for each set of tree, but it's not really that bad. I mean, it works at the speed at which the trees grow for the most part. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for today. I spent a bit of time thinking about this, but it was actually pretty easy to build. I've been using this builder's wand that you make from another star. It's unbreakable, so I don't have to worry about that. And I am getting a ton of dirt. That's more dirt than it needs. But I'm getting a ton of dirt from, again, the quantum quarry. I got a bunch of dirt here, and then if I have 7 quadruple compressed dirt so far, which is a lot. Several thousand each. 6,500 and something each. I am going through these infusion crystals pretty quickly, but I'm also still getting diamonds at a fairly good pace. Not that I use a lot of diamonds. Let's look at our diamonds. Yeah, 28 blocks. Not a ton, but Alright. This is the only one that has a capacitor in it. But anyway, guys, that's really what I've been up to. And the sand and these quartz chickens have proved fairly invaluable for all the stuff I've been working on. So, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, have a great day.